Hey guys, my name is Greg. Started playing Star Wars about 3 years ago. Never even thought I'd start trying to do reviews. But recently, my son has wanted to get into reviewing, so I'm like, hey, I think I'm going to try to do this with him. And so here we are. But a funny thing happened to me with Star Wars. Like I said, I've been playing for about 3 years. But 8 months ago, I swapped from my Apple phone to an Android phone. And when I did, I lost all my accounts. I was setting at 85 on 5 different accounts. I was farming, having a lot of fun with this game. But when I swapped, my first thought was, well, I hate to lose everything. I put some money in the game. I thought, well, this is going to suck. But maybe I can, I've got some of this in-depth knowledge. I'm kind of on top. I know how things are going. So maybe I can skip some stuff. Maybe I can streamline my account, be able to get ahead real quickly. Well, it didn't happen that way. I actually made a lot of mistakes, even though I knew better. So I'm making a series of guides to hopefully help newer players or people who have to start over or trying to work their way up not to make as many mistakes, to skip some of them pitfalls. And I'll just tell you a couple silly things that I did right off the bat that was just, to me, looking back, was dumb. As I looked at the list of characters that I needed, I tried to slim it down because there's so many characters in the game. They keep adding more and more and more. When I first started playing, we didn't have that problem. There really wasn't a lot of teams, We had very few teams, and the meta was pretty simple. But now there are so many different characters in the game, and I almost feel like sometimes the meta gets based off just what gets popular, not so much on what's best, because a lot of people, especially if you're new, you don't have time to try something new out, so you just see whoever's on top and you try to copy what they have. Well, first thing I try to do was skip Lando. And I tell you, really, it's hard to skip Lando and do well. And the reason is, early on, he's really great in the arena for his speed. He's a rebel, of course. You can use him for your rebel team. And his overall speed for scoundrels, and especially you can even mix him with Wedge and Biggs. A lot of people will run him, up to level 50 or so. And I was like, well, once I get past 50, I don't need him, so why waste time now? Well, yeah, maybe I didn't need him past 50, but in the short term, I had, teams beating me in the PvP that had Lando just because they were shooting faster than me and I didn't have speed mods yet. Another thing I did was I planned out my ships, and I was like, you know what? I know Rex is important, but I think if I do this, I can skip Rex and then I'll pick him up later. Well, again, by the time I get to needing Rex in the PvP arena, I don't have him geared up and ready to go. So that was another mistake I made. The third mistake I'll mention, and then we'll pick up in another video, is this. I had planned to be number one in my PvP in my ship arena, of course, and I got it in ship arena. And I held it for 4 months. And I had planned for the short term, but a lot of times what we don't do is plan for long term. So what happened to me was I get to rank number one, hold it for 4 months, and because I missed out and not thinking about getting one more dark side ship, when I got ready to level up at 82 and go in there and be able to get those last level mods to put on my ship, to level everything up, I couldn't do it. And I had to wait like a month and a half while I farmed up another dark side ship, which took me from level 1 and pushed me down to around level 20. Now, since then, I've been able to get up and I battled between 15 and 9, but still, if I had not made that one mistake, I'd probably still be at least in the top 5. So I'm hoping to help people avoid, and for free-to-play players who are not going to dump a lot of money in this game, help you do well. And I know there's a ton of people who did videos like this, but I hope that the fact that I've just recently had to start over and I've spent 8 months on this account, and I can look at stuff from where I was to where I've been and how I got back to where I'm going. So hopefully I can help you along the journey. So my question to you as we close out this video, what mistakes have you made? What was the biggest mistake you look back and say, hey, I made this mistake, it messed me up? Love to hear from you.